Alright, so now we need to, this is just the blocking session, you know, and we're gonna add some loops to make it rounder, basically. It doesn't get much deeper than that. It's fairly simple. You want to go very easy, very quick, very slowly, take your time, so it looks good, okay? Now, first of all, right here, you can add a loop, and obviously we're working on half on it only. And one thing I do to make sure is that I always delete the inside faces right here so they don't bother me visually when I do some work, okay? Same thing with that, I delete the bottom so it doesn't bother me either when I do my work. I can redo that after anyway, okay? So that's not a big deal. So I have really like I have a shell, you know, in reality of work. It's a lot easier where you will see right here in the viewport, as you can see now. It's just easier, that's all. Okay. What you do is you place your stuff well. Now we're going to add a couple loops. If you did your work well, you go to Edit Mesh, Insert Edge Loop. This is a very important tool. You can add loops basically, and we are going to start from the side actually. We want one right in the middle, always. And one on each side right here for now. That will be just way enough. All right. First thing first, we are gonna give some shape, rounded shape on the side to that guy. And the best way to do that is by having those loops. We select one of the loop, double click on one of the edge, and double click on the other edge by shifting so it's selected together. And you go to the scaling tool. Plus and minus on your keyboard will make the gizmo smaller or bigger. Okay, and you are gonna scale it in. Okay, you know, actually that one you're gonna bring it in first. You're gonna move it in first and then scale it in a little bit. It's the same, right here. Okay, the same thing for the other one, right here. All right, scale it in, bring it down. Okay, let me do the other way. Same thing right here. You don't need to scale it much. Another one, you want to keep it nice and rounded. That's the big idea of it. Okay, so yeah, that kind of work for now. We're doing okay, and that'll give us some opportunity to add more loop now on the other axis. And right here we're gonna come in, and in the other axis we're gonna splitting on two. Actually, no, we're gonna insert loop right here and add another loop right there. And you see how bulky it is? We're gonna do the same thing with that situation right here. We're gonna bring it in, select that one right there. This time we're scaling in. So that's gonna start running it up. Okay, and we can actually on that one, if you look, double click that one, we might also exactly want to rotate it a little bit. You know, it's a good idea to get the mesh a little bit more the way it should be. Okay, we do the same thing a little bit with that one. We're just gonna bring it in though. That's all, a little bit. Not much though. Always look from the top. It's nice and rounded what we're doing. Okay, we're doing okay. All right, now it's a matter of placing them again properly, more loops. All right, we're doing okay, and we can actually right now probably replace some of the vertices at the bottom. So grab those at the bottom and start placing them down where it's important, following your drawing, and you'll have to do a little bit more. We'll add later on, maybe, but maybe not, because we want to keep it very low poly, as we've seen. In the game history, it's fairly important. Now that's just a little weird right there. I'm gonna bring it right here. It doesn't matter for now. Okay, no big deal. That one will play right there. We should be alright. That okay. Now we are gonna start doing the same thing at the top. So I'll see you in a second. A good little tool, sometimes you want to baseline your vertices. So you select all the vertices you want to baseline and select the scale tool and go all the way like that, bring the little cube in the middle and it's baseline. It's pretty useful. Now I can use the rotate tool and rotate it back like that. It's a little bit more accurate in what's going on. Okay, I like to keep my do that quite a bit actually.